Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an AMX 13105. It's the Tier 10 French light tank located on the south spawn of Redshire Encounter, and it's under the command of the Bassman from Hell. Game on. Well, this is a tank that didn't actually see service in the French Armed Forces, but it was exported under license to Argentina, so they built them out there instead of in France. One of the reasons why it wasn't accepted by the French Armed Forces was because the recoil of that 105mm gun was so strong it would literally crack the barrel and cause damage. Plus there were other drawbacks as well which they spotted. Now it's capable of doing just under 1200 hit points of damage in 3 shots. And there's a 2.75 second delay between each shot. Normally it's, if I remember correctly, it's the inch clip is 2.73. Yes, it is 2.73. Now it's a 3-shot load. Fires standard APCR in the game, but in actual fact, in the reality, this tank actually fired heat as its main armament, and then it had armor-piercing, fin-stabilized, discarding sabot rounds, APDFS, or was that DS, to actually attack enemy tanks, as well as, of course, HE rounds as well. You see, Bassman's doing a spotting job at the moment. It'll do 390 alpha, penetrating 234 with the standard APCR, goes up to 280 with the heat rounds, and he's got some HE in there as well. Unfortunately, the ammo load on this tank is not that great. In fact, it's pretty poor. You only get 11 clips, 33 rounds, and that means it is possible to run out of ammunition. The reload time standard is 26.48 seconds. We'll see how much Bassman's managed to knock that down to. He is getting spotting at the moment. And that enemy EBR might actually come up this way, and if he does, then he might run into Bassman, and he might regret that as well. Bassman's holding his fire for the moment. He's just spotting. That's all he needs to do, sit in this tree, this fallen tree rather, and the bush, and get spots. Tells the rest of his team where everyone is. You can see there's a bunch of enemy tanks in the castle. There's a bunch of enemy tanks on the hill opposite, but he's lost sight of those, and you can see the E-75 in the distance at the moment, and I think he could probably shoot at that guy, but the EPR's too close, so if he did fire, he gets spotted straight away and hit. Okay, there's a enemy tank, Gorilla 15. He could easily hit that guy if he came out from behind the rock, but again, he won't do so. So when it says it can fire 3 shots, it's about just over 5 seconds to dump his full load, his clip, and do just under 1200. It's, well, 1170 hit points of damage, and that would be average. The enemy T-49's gone into the cap. Remember, it's a neutral cap. Encounter game, and 3 enemy tanks are now in there. They're pushing it. They also have to be doing rather well because they've gone through the castle and killed all the guys in the castle. And they're now spreading out and trying to enclose everyone around the Zeppelin. They're going down the back of the map. So it looks like Bassman is going to have to vacate this position because I think enemy tanks are about to come this way. And I think one of them just knocked over that tree. Can't see the enemy tanks in the cap, and I think that's because they are hiding in trees or in bushes. But as he's a light tank, he's got good camo on the move as well as when he's stationary, and he's just staying here for the moment. Yeah, I think he recognised that his rear was exposed, and now you can see 2 of the enemy tanks, the Gorilla and the T-49. Now, which one's he hit? Well, the T-49's just died. He could hit that Gorilla, but he's not going to. His teammates have won on the Zeppelin. They're holding the Zeppelin at the moment. And of course, as you know, they can shoot from the Zeppelin. I think from here, well, he's actually potentially earned a patrol duty for being the only one spotting at least 6 enemy tanks whilst they were damaged. And he's getting good spots on the cap, which is allowing his teammates to get resets. And the enemies vacated the cap. They no longer have any advantage at all. They've lost it all. Yep, that was the gorilla just being blown up by RT-110E5. Now you can see these guys down to the south, and the bushes are occluding his position, but there are enemy tanks nearby, a Leopard, so he's not going to shoot just yet. He's just watching these guys. There's an E4 up there. If he fired, the E4 would spot him. He's got to wait for it to be fully bushy so they can't see him. I think he could possibly fire now. The Leopard's the only problem because I think he is near the cap area. He might not be hidden, or at least he might be able to see Bassman if Bassman opened fire. Oh, and that E75 is getting very close. But I don't think he's seen Bassman. He did have his gun pointing this way, but I don't think it was actually at us. I think it was at the Object 777 version 2 behind us. Sooner or later, Bassman. Oh, yes! One kill, one shot. Takes out the E75. He's now exposed his position. He wasn't spotted. Nobody saw him. He's gone straight back into the bush again. After taking a kill, we're now 3 tanks up on the enemy. He's decided to go active. He might as well. He hasn't popped his reload. He's got a reload of 24.94 seconds. As I said, it was 26.43 as the book reload, so he's actually done quite well, but he's just got to wait for another 10 seconds or so before he's going to have 3 shells, and then he'll murder these enemy tanks. Found the E4. Not loaded yet. Takes a round from the E4. Big hit. 155mm round, but that E4 is now going to die. Nice. 2 kills now. Every shot has hit the target. Oh, and there's the Arty saying hello. Are you? Is it you I'm looking for? Yeah, I know it's terrible. I can't sing. I'm going to have to make apologies to Lionel Richie for butchering his song. I think this this Object 268 is going to get 263 is going to get one hell of a shot any second. Here we go. Yes, the power of this gun is really phenomenal. That's why the Bassman likes it so much. He was telling me over Christmas that he was really enjoying this thing. I've got a few other replays from him lined up ready to go. He can't see the outline of the Leopard, so he's decided not to shoot. He hasn't popped the reload, but I think he's waiting for the Object 777 to light up these guys. There's the Arty. And the Arty's gone. That means there's only one enemy left. It's the Leopard. Can he get a shot? Be nice if he could. Hello. Nice hit. Low roll. 389. Second hit. Low roll. And the Leopard has gone. 3 kills for the Bassman from Hell, and the game is over. And here's the end of battle stats, and it was a first class tanker for the Bassman from Hell in the AMX 13105. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. I think he spotted quite a bit more than that. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 6, and he did get that patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were damaged. In fact, he was the one spotting the cap and allowing his teammates to shoot from the Zeppelin and get good hits in the cap area and get resets. So the win 8 was 1,668, but remember the win 8 is measured on damage and kills, and well, he didn't do a whole lot of damage and kills, but he did do some in this game, and obviously it's the spotting that's going to count for most of the XP he's going to earn. Let's have a look at the damage. Well, the T110E4 on his own team managed to get 5,964 hit points. He picked up a high caliber and a tanker sniper. The next high score after that was the E4 that he was hit by, he did 4,646 hit points, and after that it was the Leopard 1 on the enemy team with 2,853 hit points. We can see that the Bassman did 1,344 hit points of damage, which is not bad, even though he was, well, basically stationary for most of the game, just spotting what the enemy was doing. When it came to kills, the E5 managed to get 4 kills, 3 kills went to the E4, the IS-7 and of course Bassman, and nobody on the enemy team managed to get 3 kills. In fact, actually the best they could do was 2 kills by the Leopard, and there was also 2 kills by the E4 on our own team, who also picked up a Spartan. And when it came to base XP, it's the Bassman at the top. Yes, 1,062. He didn't do much damage, but he did get a lot of spotting. 1,062 base, he was the only one over 1,000. 945 went to the E4, who had the high caliber, and 936 went to the Object 777 version 2, who, as I said, got well, I didn't say actually, but he got a steel wall anyway during that game. So let's have a look at detail. He fired 6 shots in that game, got 6 direct hits and 6 penetrations, 100% accuracy, 100% penetration. It's a really good gun. It's the same gun on the Batchat 25 ton. It's very effective, but you only get 3 shots, so you have to make them count. 1,344 hit points of damage, all of it at close range. Received 1 hit. It was a penetrating shot from the T110E4. Went straight into him and did a huge amount of damage, and then he got hit by the M53, M55. Well, as he was departing the scene of the crime, you might say. 5 enemy vehicles were spotted, 4 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, and he did 6,657 hit points of spotting assist, a massive amount of spotting. You combine the damage, it's over 8,000 hit points of damage, in nearly 8,000. I think it is, yes. It's a lot. Anyway, so it's a huge amount of spotting. Combined damage is really great. And if we look at the credit side, we can see he earned 58,667 credits from the game, 29,334 for holiday ops, total of 88,001 credit. And after repair and ammunition resupply, and remember, he just fired standard APCR, he actually took away a profit of 63,236 credits from a tier 10 light tank. That's pretty good going in anyone's book. He got 7 bonds because it was a tier 10 game, and he got 1,593 XP, 6,372 for completing the mission. I think that's holiday ops as well. 7,965 experience points altogether. We've got more replays like this on the way. Yes, Bassman likes his AMX 13105 and he plays it rather well. And I think there's going to be some pretty exciting battles coming in the future. So stay tuned to our channel. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like. Do subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm and gets it spotted by other people. And of course, we want our videos to be spotted by other people so they get to see your replays on our channel and they get to enjoy them. I know they have to put up with the pretty crappy commentator, but the battles are good anyway, even if the commentary isn't that great. But anyway, thank you very much for watching.